Have you ever been in the mortgage process and you find that they're asking you to send printouts of bank statements or credit card statements? Usually the bank statement is to show that you have the money, maybe a transaction history to show that money has gone in or come out when the bank statement's not out yet. And they ask you for the website URL at the bottom. So you have to always take a few steps to get to that point. This is what this video is about. I'm going to show you exactly what those steps are and give you some examples using my own credit cards. All right, so first we're looking at my credit card login for Chase. It could do the same for almost any other credit card login. Now, if we come down, let's say we needed $155 to show in this balance to get you the best credit rate. That's called a rescore. Well, when I click here, you'll see that we have pending $73. So once those clear, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, it'll show 155. And what we're going to do at that point is once we see that 155, you see I've got the last four digits of the credit card number here. We're going to go to the three buttons where we're going to print, and you'll see we're at Microsoft Print to PDF or Save to PDF. Either way works. You see I have my header here. So it says the last four digits of the credit card info here, and we have the footer. So we have this down here showing us what the website is. You need to have those in there. Otherwise, they're going to kick it back. So what you do is you look for this in the dialog box, the options, header, footer. See, if I uncheck this, boom, it just went away. So I got to check it. Got to have that there. You click print. Print is not actually going to print it because you're saving it to a PDF. You're going to now save it in your files. You're going to name it whatever you need to name it. And then you send it to your mortgage professional or the bank to get that rescore. Now, by the same token, we're looking at bank statements, we're looking at bank accounts. So you have your transaction history. The transaction history is the time from the end of your last statement to what it is now. And sometimes your transaction history shows the deposit that you made for the real estate transaction, and we need to see that. So we need to see it going into your account or out of your account for various reasons. So in this one, my particular bank has this setup. You can click print here. You can also come up here and click print. But in this one, you want it here because it's going to print. There you go. Just the transaction history is going to show up. So we're going to print this, and you'll see at the bottom, we don't have the URL showing right now, the website address. So when you click print, that's when you're going to see the PDF, and it says up at the top, Grove Bank. At the bottom, it says about blank. So that's it. It's going to be page 1 of 2, page 2 of 2, etc. And I've got my header footer checked, print, save it. And now you've shown the transaction history. This way you're not fumbling around all the time, going back and forth, not getting it right, getting frustrated, telling your mortgage professional, oh my God, you guys are terrible, when really it's just understanding this process. If you're not too technical or too technically savvy, you might run into this issue. Or if you do all your banking from your phone, from your app on your phone, you might think that just taking a screenshot is enough, but it's not. You got to go to a desktop or a laptop, and you've got to do this print system to be able to get it right, unless you're sending the PDF statements. If you're sending PDF statements, you're fine. But usually what I've shown you right now is transaction history and different credit card balances for rescores. So I hope this helps. Mortgage Nerd out.